Hello and welcome back to another video here on the YouTube channel. Today we are playing more Perfect Order post-rotation format with a deck you guys have requested that I make an update on, which is of course Jellicent Dusknoir. Now, if you guys have any sort of deck you want to see me play, please leave it down in the comments below and I'll be sure to make a video on it. Also, if you guys want to see some of my unedited regional vlogs, please make sure to comment down below and let me know about that. Definitely make sure to subscribe so you'll know when all those videos come out. Let's get into the deck list. Not much has changed, except for a couple cards that we added in since the release of Perfect Order. Still going 4 Frillish, 3 Jellicent for our primary attacking line, and a 4-2-3 line of Dusknoir, 1 Lillie's Clefairy EX for the Dragapult matchup, 1 Latias EX, and 1 Meowth. I did choose to only go with 1 Meowth here. I think the counts are a little bit tighter in the trainer section, so I don't really want to add more than that. You probably could get away with 2 if you can find a cut in the trainer section, which I'll get into in just a moment. We are going with 4 Lillie's Determination for draw, 2 Colress, and 2 Hilda for search. We've got 2 Boss's Orders and 1 Judge. We've got 4 Poké Pad and 4 Ultra Ball for more and more search. 3 Rare Candy for your Dusknoir line, 2 Wondrous Patch to get some energy acceleration onto your Jellicents, 3 Mystery Garden for draw, and Secret Box as your ace spec of choice. Moving on to energy, we did add in 4 Telepathic Energy, getting more and more Psychic Energy Pokemon onto our field, as well as still having 3 Ignition Energy and 4 regular Psychic Energy. Overall, not much has really changed from the initial list that I played a couple of weeks ago here for you guys on the channel. We are going to see how this performs. If you guys do think that there could be anything better, please, by all means, again, leave a comment. I'd love to get your guys' feedback on the deck list. This is just what I feel like will be strongest going into the format. So, with all that being said, let's get into the games. Alright, going second to what I assume is a Mega Starmie deck, which I have not seen how it quite plays yet. A Zelf. That makes sense. Yeah, we've got a pretty good starting hand. I am going to probably just start by getting a Frillish out, just so we can get an instantaneous Oceanic Gloom. Plus we have Telepathic Energy just to get some more Pokemon onto the field. We are going to grab a Duskull and another Frillish. And I think this is when we are going to just go for a... I think we're just going to go for a Gloom here. We could Hilda, but I think we just want to hold on to it and see what our opponent does on the next turn. Which in theory isn't a ton. I think we're gonna go Lillie's Determination here. I haven't gotten a chance to really play against Mega Starmie all that much. Battle Cage is going to be kind of annoying. But this is why we have Mystery Garden in the deck, to hopefully aid in combating against the Mystery Garden. Hey, look, a Rare Candy. So we're just going to go Rare Candy into Dusknoir and just hold it. Then we're just going to, I think, go Hilda here for a Jellicent. And I want to say probably we just go for we can go for another Telepathic Energy here. And then we'll just hang on to the Jellicent in hand. Do we want to hang on to the Jellicent, or do we evolve this turn? I feel like we want to just go Gloom. Yeah, we're just going to go Gloom. I don't really feel like letting our opponent have access to items at all. Poké Pad's going to be nice to just grab a Dusclops. Crispin from our opponent. Now, important thing is we can still Curse Blast the active, which is very helpful. But at the same time, I really I'm actually really curious as to what this, because this isn't a typical like Mega Starmie Frostlass deck that you'd normally see, so I'm genuinely really curious as to how this deck is playing for our opponent. There's a judge. Okay, so we can just kind of start to get some more things onto the field here and just... I think we just ultimately continue to use Oceanic Gloom, evolve into Jellicent on the bench, and just play into Oceanic Gloom as much as we can. Draw some more cards. There's a Wondrous Patch, which is nice to have. We don't have another a way to discard this quite yet with Mystery Garden, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. I mean, we need the energy attached anyways. Now, the question is, do we start to Curse Blast into this board state here and just... I don't think we do. I think we just press Oceanic Gloom and let it do its magic. I think next turn we can kind of go into our Jellicent and start to power press. Unless we just don't draw an energy off this judge. Oh, there's energy. Beautiful. Alternatively, we can just go evolve into the active Jellicent here and just start power pressing away. Let us do that. Now, they can gust around us to start using items, but at this point it doesn't really seem like their board state is giving them much of anything. I really am curious to see what the point of the deck is without Frostlass. Doesn't really make too much sense to me. Boss's orders are Dusclops, which is fine. We're going to see a Jetting Blow. 50 damage going to go somewhere. It's going to go to our Frillish. Let's go ahead and push up our Jellicent EX. And we are going to power press this turn with our Dusknoir, helping us out a little bit. I am going to go ahead and Night Stretcher, get back our Duskull to the field. We are going to go ahead and... we can't immediately get knocked out. Our Dusknoir can't immediately get knocked out, but I am going to just pop the damage onto it anyways, just because we don't have the opportunity to really play with a ton of... We don't really get the opportunity to do much without it. And also they can retreat and then we can't battle cage to it later, so I think it's better to just pop it now, attach Ignition Energy, and go power press for 160. Ignition Energy gets thrown to the bin. Alright, so our opponent got to start Eon Blading. Our opponent might start Eon Blading. Alright, there's a Poké Pad for us to find ourselves Dusclops. And then we're going to go ahead and throw Telepathic Energy to the bench, Jellicent. Grab ourselves 2 more Duskull. And now we could Curse Blast the active here. And I don't hate that idea, but then they just win the game on the next turn. So we are going to just go ahead and power press. The lack of card draw is not fun, but we're making it work. Hey! Hey, there's a boss's orders. So as long as we don't get hand disrupted by a judge, we should have game pretty much locked up. Again, key point is as long as we don't get hand disrupted. So let's see. Our opponent has to take the knockout on this Jellicent this turn. They can't really gust up the Dusclops because it doesn't help them much. The thing is that doesn't really help them unless they can evolve both their Starmies on this turn. It doesn't get them much. They are going to get to evolve both their Starmies on this turn, it seems. All right. So let's see here. Let's go into our Latias. We need a couple of things. That Meowth is going to help us, I think. Interesting indeed. Can we get game? I think we can. Okay. We'll go Lillie's Determination, Wondrous Patch, grab ourselves. We don't have a Dusclops. I think that might do it. Because we need, in order to win, what we need is Ignition Energy off of Hilda. So, well, what we can do is we can retreat into this Jellicent, boss's orders, this Starmie, and power press. Because this requires 2 energy to retreat. Or they can just have Surfer in hand. Oh, that's really frustrating. That's really frustrating to draw. Oh, that's really frustrating to draw. Oh, that's really frustrating to draw right now. All right. We're gonna play for a tie. I'm gonna go for a Lillie's Determination here into hopefully Rare Candy. Mystery. Oh my god! We get to officially tie this game because yeah, I can't win, and I can. Oh wait, I can't even tie. I can't even tie the game. I can't even tie the game. I just lose. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Ugh. Man. Let's just go out on our own terms here. Really well played by our opponent. But I'm not letting them take the knockout. We're going second against a deck with a Psyduck in it. And we have Dusclops and Dusknoirs, so we're not exactly the most thrilled to see it done sparse, drawn by our opponent. Is this Alakazam? This could be Alakazam. Okay. Let's actually go ahead and Secret Box. We're gonna pitch off these things. You may be wondering, what, Max, why are you throwing away your Psychic Energy? It's because I have Wondrous Patch in hand. We are going to grab Hilda, because I want some... I want myself a Special Energy. We're going to grab ourselves a Mystery Garden. And for the item, I think we're going to grab... we'll get another Ultra Ball, just in case we need to Meowth for some stuff. Go ahead and Hilda. Grab ourselves a Telepathic Energy and a Dusclops for the next turn. We'll go ahead and Poké Pad. Grab ourselves a Frillish. We're going to grab our Frillish, Telepathic Psychic Energy for a Latias and another Frillish. We're going to go ahead and Wondrous Patch to our benched Frillish and retreat for a Oceanic Bloom. No items. None. No items for you. I'm assuming this is an Alakazam deck that I'm up against. Which... I mean, that has to be what it is, right? Next turn, I do plan to just knock out this Psyduck with Power Press, I think. Just because I don't really feel like it getting sent to the bench. It would not be good for me. And if we top deck Rare Candy, we can win the game if our opponent doesn't do anything. But they are going to Dawn. So assuming we're about to see a bunch of Psychic Pokemon hit the field. And there they are. There they are. Opponent's going to pop down an Abra. Good old Telepathic Psychic Energy of their own. The Dunsparce, drawing some more cards. And I think probably, I would assume it's just going to be a pass from here. Let's see. Now, the important thing in this matchup, I think, is just getting a lead in the prize trade as fast as possible, which is why I am going to go for a knockout on this Psyduck. Now, I would like to get an energy onto this Frillish if I can, but I don't think there's a way I can without just directly playing, searching out Meowth. So I'm just gonna go ahead and Power Press the active. Grab our prize card. Hey, that'll let us draw some cards next turn. Now they do have an evolution into a Kadabra here. I can't immediately go Alakazam because I can't Rare Candy. Enriching Energy hitting their field, or they're hitting their hand. They're going to Psychic draw it to their hand. Now that they've held it, though, there's no way that they can get an Alakazam because there's no counter catcher in format anymore. That rotated. So we've got it. It depends on what we draw with Mystery Garden, but we do genuinely have a opportunity here to wipe off their Kadabras if we're able to draw the right things, and our opponent's just going to concede. Never mind. So, I mean, we'll take that win. All right, going first against Mega Lucario, and we do start with a Secret Box in hand, which I always love to see. I think what we're going to do this turn, though, is just get our board state a little bit established here. And we can't really do much else. So I'm just gonna pass and kind of let our opponent do what our opponent's gonna do. We do want to grab a Hilda. We do have Secret Box in hand, which I feel like I almost want to save, because I just feel like we almost want to save that for a bit of a later turn. I am probably just going to grab Meowth next turn for a Hilda. Just my thought process. Our opponent's going to put down a Riolu and attach, get ready to go into their Mega Lucario. We do just straight up draw the Telepathic Psychic Energy, so I don't even need the Hilda. But I am going to grab a Latias and another Frillish. Now the important thing is we don't really have a... Well... Pause. We can get... We can do some stuff. We can do some stuff. Secret Box. We're gonna go ahead and just go for it. Because I don't want that. I don't like that Riolu being there. We only have one Rare Candy, so I can't completely win the game. Wait. Yes, I can. Oh, yes, I can. Can I? Yes, I can. Weakness. Weakness! This is important! We can win the game right now. Grab Dusknoir off Poké Pad. Grab Dusclops, and doesn't really matter. We're just gonna grab Ignition Energy for giggles. We'll retreat into Frillish, Rare Candy, Dusknoir, Dusclops, Curse Blast, the bench Riolu, Knockout, take some prize cards, Curse Blast, active, and this Pokemon Psychic weak. And we do 20 damage conveniently enough. So with that, we're gonna press Oceanic Gloom and our opponent will have no bench Pokemon for backup. And with that, we win the game. Very, very nice to do. Sometimes Dusknoir decks will just do that. Telepathic Psychic Energy is really, really strong. All right, going second into a fighting deck of some shape or form. We do have a pretty nice starting hand that I'm very happy to kind of see that we're playing with here. Let's see what form of fighting deck our opponent is playing. Mega Lucario. Mega Lucario it is. So we are going to see kind of some things start to get established on our turn. Rocky Fighting Energy unfortunately doesn't help our opponent too much against the item lock that Frillish is about to provide. So they're slamming through as many items as they can right now. Grabbing some more Riolus. Next turn, we are going to just immediately Hilda for a Telepathic Psychic Energy. In case you guys can't tell, I love that card. It is so great. We're going to go ahead and Hilda. I do think we do have the choice of going for the Jellicent or the Dusknoir, and I think the Dusknoir is going to be the answer. We do have Rare Candy in hand. We're going to go ahead, bench Duskull, throw Telepathic Psychic Energy onto Frillish, grab another Frillish and another Duskull. Not too worried about getting the Latias out for the time being. We're just going to go ahead and press Oceanic Gloom. Next turn, we can kind of adjust our play however we see fit for what our opponent does. Ideally, the end goal is to probably shut down the draw engine and also to take... I think the goal next turn is to just take 2 prize cards. We'll kind of have to see what our opponent's... Okie dokie! That's not even the one I'm used to seeing. Settle the score. This attack does 60 more damage for each prize card your opponent took during their last turn. Oh, okay. So that can do that can do a solid chunk of damage if you knock out a Mega Lucario. That's actually a pretty neat attack. I kind of like it. You see the Maka hit the field. The lack of items seems to be palpable here, although their opponent is going to get the Mega Lucario. I kind of don't want to see them get the Aura Jab off this turn. It would be annoying, to say the least. But not necessarily the worst thing, and they're going to get it. They are going to really get things going. Oh, they're just going to Cosmic Beam? Gonna be real, not what I expected at all. Okay. Interesting. I really, I'm keeping a buck. I really didn't expect that. Huh. All right. We'll go ahead and Rare Candy into a Dusknoir. Now kind of comes the interesting question. Do we Curse Blast the active and see what they put up, shutting down their draw engine and possibly allowing us to go into a Jellicent immediately? Or do we take the safe route, which, I mean, we can Curse Blast the active either way and then still... I don't know. I think we Curse Blast the active either way and see what they promote. And then based on that, we can kind of adjust. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is I want to see if they're going to let me punch into a Mega Lucario here, or if they're going to just put up something else. Ideally, I want them to just put up something that's Psychic weak. There's another Ultra Ball for us. Okay, they are going to put up a Mega Lucario into the active. So I think the correct answer in this case is an Oceanic Gloom. We'll go ahead and evolve into Dusclops, and we are going to grab Telepathic Energy for, I think, another Frillish and another Duskull. And then we're going to press Oceanic Gloom, because this leaves us the most kind of opportunity next turn to do things, while still leaving the item locked, no matter what. So with this, there's no energy. There's 2 energy in the discard pile for them to play with, but they can't draw with Lunatone. So our ideal situation here is to draw into what we need, which is, I mean, whoa, that's a Pokemon trading card game. Crazy. Annoying, I think the most annoying thing our opponent can do would be to gust the Dusclops, which I think is what they're going to do here with Efo Catcher. Yeah. But they're still in range to get knocked out from a Jellicent with Ignition Energy on the next turn. So we can go Meowth for Hilda on this turn here, which I think is going to end up being what we do. And then that takes us to knockout on this Mega Lucario, and we still have a pretty decent board state. I mean, we've got a lot of Frillishes. Whoa! But they don't have a Maka hit immediately established, so they wouldn't be able to gust around an item lock. They can take a one-hit KO with Mega Brave, or we just straight draw into the Ignition Energy, which is nice. So in that case, I think what we're actually going to do is save the Meowth for Hilda next turn. Because I think with this, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. Because I have to commit to Mega Brave to knock out this Jellicent. And we're going to take 3 prize cards. Which means if we go Dusknoir Boss on pretty much any of the things that my opponent has, we win. Or, like I said, we also have, like, I mean, discarding Dusclops is a bit sad, but again, we just have Meowth for Hilda for game because we can instead go. Well, if they take out the knockout, if they take the knockout with Power Press, then we have to go Meowth Hilda plus draw into something that we need. But this is when we wish we had a way to consistently search out Secret Box, but alas, we must do with what we have. Gravity Mountain will do nothing for my opponent here. Are we going to see them use a Mega Brave? Let's find out. They are going to use Mega Brave. Poké Pad will get us there, I think. I believe so. Yes, because we go Poké Pad for Dusknoir, Rare Candy Dusknoir. If we have Meowth and a Hilda in deck, Hilda's there, Ignition Energy is there. That is... I'm pretty sure that's game. Yes. Okay. Rare Candy Dusknoir. I mean, we can also just go Meowth, Rare Candy Boss, but let's do the safe play that I know will work, which is Meowth for Boss. No, I still need Hilda. Let's not be dumb. Meowth, play Meowth, grab ourselves a Hilda. Yes, Hilda. Play Hilda. Ignition Energy. Plus Jellicent, doesn't really matter. Attach Ignition Energy, Curse Blast the active. And Power Press for game. Turns out Meowth for Hilda is a really powerful tool, just as much as Meowth for Boss. And that will be the game. Alrighty, I want to thank you all so much for watching this updated Jellicent Dusknoir video. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to leave a comment down below telling me how much you enjoyed it. And also, I just want to thank everyone so much for all of the support on my channel for the past month. It's been great making content for you guys, and I really hope to do so a lot more for the time to come. With that being said, again, leave a comment on what deck you want to see me play next, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye!